Hey business owners, what's up? Today I want to show you a very simple way to monitor Jobber events using webhooks so you can automate tasks inside your business. In this example, we are going to use the Jobber together with n8n to create automations triggered automatically by customers, actions, payments, updates, and other events. And honestly, once you understand how webhooks work, you can automate a lot of repetitive work inside your company. So let's get started. First, you need to access developer.getjobber.com/apps, and here you can create your own Jobber application. You just click on New App and Jobber will show you a very simple form. Here you can configure app name, developer name, callback URL, and app description. Some fields are optional, so you don't need to worry too much about everything at the beginning. The most important part here is the callback URL, because this is the URL Jobber will use to communicate with your automation flow. In my case, I'm using an n8n webhook URL. Now, let's talk about scopes. Scopes are basically permissions. This is where you choose what your application can access inside Jobber. For example, clients, jobs, invoices, quotes, users, and payments. It all depends on the type of automation you want to build, and this is very important because you should only enable the permissions you actually need. Now we get to the most important part, webhooks. This is where the magic happens. Inside n8n, you create a webhook URL. Then you come back to Jobber and paste that URL here. After that, you select which event you want to monitor. For example, client created, client updated, payment created, and property update. And every time that event happens inside Jobber, your workflow will run automatically. If you want to see all available events, you can open the webhook URL directly here inside Jobber. And honestly, this is where you can create very powerful automation for service business. By the way, if you want to help building automations for your company, I'm going to leave a form in the video description. You can send me your idea, your business processes, and I will analyze the best automation solution for your company. Now, let's continue. In one real client project, I use events like property updated, payment created, and client created. And from there, we automated several internal business processes automatically. This is very useful because the company no longer needs to do everything manually. And depending on the workflow, this can save a lot of time every single day. Now, after creating the application, Jobber gives you client ID and client secret. And this is where authentication starts. Inside n8n, I use a specific workflow to generate and refresh access tokens automatically. Basically, the callback URL triggers the workflow. Then, the workflow sends a request using client ID, client secret, and refresh token, and Jobber returns a new access token. Usually, I store these tokens securely inside Google Sheets. Then, every time I make a Jobber API request, I check if the token is still valid. If the token expires, n8n automatically renews it using the refresh token. So the entire authentication processes become automatic. And if you enjoy this kind of content about automations, API, and business systems, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This helps me continue creating more real automation content like this. And that's basically the idea. Using webhooks together with n8n, you can create a lot of powerful automations for service business. You can automate customer updates, notifications, payments, workflows, CRM actions, and internal processes. And honestly, once you understand webhooks, you can automate almost anything. So, I hope this video helped you understand the basic structure behind Jobber webhooks and automations. And again, if you wanna help building automation for your business, check the form in the description. You can send me your workflow, your idea, or your problem, and I will analyze the best solution for your business. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe because I'm going to bring more real automation projects and API integrations here on the channel. See you in the next video.